Good evening, everyone. We're so happy to have you on the call tonight. It was terrific being out in Austin, hearing Dr. White and all that he had to say, but even better, it was great meeting all of you. And it's so nice to be able to put some faces and names together. And we're going to get started tonight. There's a few things about the webinar that I wanted to mention. We are going to have a short question and answer time at the end of the webinar. So if you have questions, feel free to type them in, and we will make sure that your questions get answered. Dr. White really is one of our greatest cheerleaders for Nutralysis because of the incredible effect it's had on his very own practice. Since he started using it, he's able to see more patients, help more people, and his office staff is so much less stressed than they used to be. I'm going to start out tonight with what is Nutralysis, and this is actually a picture of Dr. Reed's office, and this is exactly what happens when patients check out. They receive a printed nutrition schedule and their supplements, and they walk straight out of the office. So what is Nutralysis? I'm going to have Josiah Bryan help me tonight. He is the IT brain behind this, and he understands the in and outside of Nutralysis.
Thank you, Christine. Well, Nutralysis, just like Christine said, it's cloud-based software that you sign into online, and it's compatible with every device available and known to man, well, just about anyway. You can access it from iPad, desktop computers, laptop computers, mobile devices, frequently popular devices, iPad Airs in the treatment room, and desktop computers in the front desk. However, it's a cloud-based software, so it's compatible with everything. In Nutralysis, we manage not only the list of your patients, but we document exams through the use of exam templates that have professionally designed templates for things like nutrition response testing, system strength analysis, and MFT, among others. We also have a variety of other features which we'll be glad to tell you about, such as a scheduling module and patient reminders. Nutralysis streamlines patient checkout with automated inventory management, and Nutralysis users have access to your patient files anywhere at any time. In short, Nutralysis helps you to help more patients, recommend more supplements, and improve your bottom line.
The patient file is very important, and this is actually the doctor's part of the program. This is where the doctor is going to be interacting with the patient. And you're going to notice that you can have a patient's photo uploaded, and underneath the photo is pertinent information, and it's also editable. You can see the pertinent information, including the email, their age, the phone number. If you're a multiple doctor office, you can see which doctor is theirs. On the left of the page, you'll see the current list of supplements that they're on. If you look on the right side of the page, you're going to see the symptom trends. And the farthest to the right is how the patient has started, and the closest to the one on the left is where they are now. And as those colors get lighter, it begins to show change over time for your patient. The yellow strip at the top of the page, just under Joe Smith's picture, and you notice we picked a very handsome young man, or older man to be our person, but you'll notice there's a yellow stripe. This particular yellow stripe indicates that there is a packing list for Joe Smith, and it needs to be fulfilled. The front desk can be actually fulfilling this nutrition packing list while the doctor finishes talking to Joe Smith. And the next thing that we can do, I'm going to have Josiah explain, and this is one of the features doctors really love about this.
These are those exam templates that I referenced earlier. You can see here we have a list of different exam templates available. There are multiple case history templates. In fact, the first two on this list are case histories. We also have muscle test templates. Those are the system strength analysis. The third one down, nutrition response testing, MFT. Note that the first detailed history here at the top of the screen, it's marked as compatible with the patient portal. You're able to send the detailed history to the patient portal for them to fill out. It's done at the click of a button via email.
And if you notice at the top left, you can send the form to the patient. You can also put an optional custom message to the patient if you wish. And patients receive a simple format, and then when they complete it and they email it back, it's actually in their patient file when the doctor sees them. The detailed history, the doctor's view, is just a little bit different than the patient's view. When the patient receives the detailed history, there are no indicators such as neurohormonal, endocrine pillar 1 or 2. It's just a list of questions that they fill out. But when the doctor's file is populated, it will be sectioned out according to the pillars. The next step in this, after you do the detailed history, you're going to be able to do a muscle test or one of the tests that Josiah mentioned earlier.
The system strength analysis muscle test works very similar to all the other muscle tests in Nutralysis. I want to show you what this muscle test looks like. It lists a set of points that you can indicate positive, negative, or untested. If you find a point that is weak, such as in this example screenshot, the HPA axis, it provides you with an instant access to the list of automatically supplements from what we call Tracelytics. These are real-time results from what other doctors have found to be effective across the country. These supplements are extracted via advanced data analytics every night and generate this list here for this point. And for every muscle test in Nutralysis, you have access to what hundreds of doctors are doing across the U.S.
And then if you notice at the top of the page where it says select a supplement, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 supplements are what would be recommended through the 7 pillars. However, you get to learn from other doctors below that line where it says automatically recommended supplements. From that line and below, these are the Tracelytics results that show you what other doctors are doing throughout the country, and you can add to this body of knowledge with your own successes with your patients, because all successes with supplements are recorded and added to the body of the knowledge here.
That's exactly right. When you choose a supplement from that list there, it allows you to choose the dosing at this time where you can dose later. And then this supplement that you chose is automatically added to the nutrition schedule for this patient. And this is how you begin building your nutrition schedule for the patient.
Next is the completed nutrition schedule. I'm going to point out a few things on the nutrition schedule. It includes the patient's supplements, the dosing, and if you notice, it automatically figures out how many bottles that the patient will need before their next visit. It can show pricing, or the pricing can be disabled. It can show allergies or any special instructions for the doctors that the doctor may have for the patient. And then underneath, there's a description of all the supplements so that patients can understand what the supplements are doing for them and the purpose for the different supplements. What's very nice about this is we can actually email this to the patient too. So what happens is when the front desk is doing the packing list, they can email the nutrition schedule to the patient. And then the patient actually will hear a ding on their phone while they're receiving their hard copy and receiving their supplement. The patient printouts are very effective with this system. This is a particularly powerful patient printout. It's called Symptom Trends. You can keep track of 13 visits that you've had with the patient and periodically print these out and give them to the patient. What we are noticing in the offices of doctors who are using this is when you can actually show on a piece of paper that things have improved, family members begin to get very much more interested in doing nutritional counseling themselves. We have found that there is a direct correlation between sending these symptom trends home and showing the improvement in health to more family members coming in. So it's a great way to grow your practice in a way that appeals to people.
The patient portal can also be used by patients to access their nutrition schedule, and that patient portal link is automatically included whenever you send out the patient's nutrition schedule via email. This is what this looks like for the patients, from the patient's perspective. You can see their nutrition schedule. They can download it as a PDF and check their information here. They can also schedule appointments via their patient portal if you add in our premium scheduling module.
And I'd like to just point out that when a patient has access to their nutrition schedule, they don't need to call the office and say, could you send me another? It's one of those things that streamlines the office flow again because your staff is not continually doing follow-up on patients.
The scheduling module provides a calendar to help you organize and streamline your office flow. One of the benefits of using the scheduling module, it's closely integrated into Nutralysis and the patient portal, so patients can actually book themselves via your patient portal. Appointments can be made also through your office staff, in addition to the patient portal, of course. The scheduling module also sends out automated email and text reminders to your patients before their appointment.
One of the nice things about the scheduling module is that you can actually color code the different types of appointments you have, and you can also use different rooms for different types of appointments. So it allows you the freedom to operate your office in a way that makes most sense to you and your staff.
Nutralysis also features a full suite of reports to help you understand and track office activity for your office, as well as delve into the details of what's going on in your office. Everything from office statistics to back orders, inventory, organizational reports telling you what to order, how much to order for inventory, what patients are back ordered, what patients need supplements or might want, and as well as you have the ability to explore Tracelytics in the report section. Nutralysis provides several advanced inventory management algorithms which are very easy to use and take advantage of to help you keep from running out, help you from having a back orders in your office. We rolled in the collective knowledge of several very knowledgeable people who manage inventory and put those algorithms in here for you to use in Nutralysis. So not only does it help you manage your patient records and your patient exams, but Nutralysis also helps you manage your inventory and streamline the inventory management for your office.
The office statistics are extremely helpful because they begin to follow what's going on in your office. You can see how your trends are going and how your patient load is growing and when you start selling more supplements. And the doctor does not have to spend time at the end of the month figuring these out. They are constantly available to them at their fingertips. So how will it help your office? I'm thinking of all the different ways that my husband, Dr. Reed, and Josiah developed this together and then pulled in other chiropractors and busy nutritionists to help make this the best possible software for a nutrition office. And what we're finding is that a one-man office can look and feel as professional and streamlined as larger offices that have staff. It maximizes your staff members' time in the office. They are not spending so much time on things like trying to figure out back orders, having to have Post-it notes around reminding who gets what, who needs a refill. This system takes care of that for you. There's no paper files, so no files are lost. There's no figuring out bottles needed, pricing, or discounts. Inventory is updated, and reorder recommendations are made for you. Professional nutrition patient printouts help patients be able to talk about this with their family members when they go home. Less time and effort for your patients to check out. There's a smoother flow at the front desk. And when all of this is said and done, Nutralysis simply helps you to help more patients. And when you help more patients, you recommend more supplements, all of which are good for an office that is intent on helping. So if you're interested in getting started today, this is how you do it. You're going to go to nutrls.com/sign-up. You'll see that our startup cost is $195, but for webinar attendees who start now, the cost is going to be $145. That includes your first month. From that point on, it will be $80 per month, $100 per month if you wish to include the scheduling module. If you have any questions, we are actually available now, and you can call us at 248-206-3655. Now, if you have any questions, right now would be a good time to send them to us. If you have questions that you would like to have answered that we have not covered in this webinar, we are both standing by and would be willing to answer any questions you may have. Give you a minute if you'd like to type in a question. And again, if you want to get started today, you just go to nutrls.com/sign up, and you will get the startup cost of $145, the $50 off the startup cost because you are a webinar attendee. I don't see any questions, so hopefully that means we have answered your questions. Please feel free to contact us if we can help you in any way as you're getting started. The way this happens is you will receive 3 emails after you sign up. When you get the 3rd email, call us and set up a time for your office training. We like to do our training with all members of the office so they can all understand what the software is doing and how the different roles work together to make this the most streamlined way to run your office. Most times we spend 45 minutes with an office, and that would include some time for questions. We try to have you always reach a real person. Those of you who are on this webinar would be assigned to Josiah Bryan as your IT person and myself, Christine Reed, as your trainer. And we will be available to you. Phone calls will be routed to one of us. If we're both not available or in meetings, it will go to our answering machines, and we will get back to you. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's a delight for us to be with you, and we are looking forward to being in touch again in September, so we'll see you then. Have a great night.